Welcome back. Let's travel to Israel and learn how to make challah bread from scratch this week. Here's the list of the ingredients. Please take a screenshot and let's get started. Here I have 4 cups of all-purpose flour, a 1/4 cup of sugar, a 1/4 cup of vegetable oil, 1 cup of warm water, and 6 egg yolks right there, and about 2.5 teaspoons active dry yeast, and about 1.5 teaspoons of salt. And here's also another recipe if you guys would like to try this. This recipe will yield dense and heavy bread, a little sticky dough, but it's manageable. So we use the same ingredient, just we just use egg white as well. Okay, so we have everything here. So again, the first recipe will give you nice and soft bread. The second recipe will give you nice and dense bread. So it's up to you guys, you can choose, okay? All right, let's get started. First, let's proof the yeast by dissolving in warm water with a little bit of sugar, maybe about 1 tablespoon. Okay, mix the yeast in and then mix, and wait for 5 minutes. And you guys gonna start seeing all this bubble, okay, on the surface, and that indicates that the yeast still active and alive, okay? And while we're waiting, let's just mix in the rest of the sugar into the flour. Also add some salt in, mix well, and then go back and check on the yeast mixture. And just mix like that. Alright, now I'm going to transfer the flour mixture in a separate bowl because I'm going to use dough hook, the machine, to knead the dough for me. And also I'll show you guys how to knead it by hands as well. Okay, so if you guys have the machine, use the machine. If you don't have it, use your strong hands and arms, okay? Now add in the egg yolks, okay? And now vegetable oil in there. Now let's check on our yeast. Looks good. Nice and foamy. Okay, now let's just pour that in to the egg and the flour mixture, just like that. And now let's just mix all the ingredients together. You can use the dough hook, you can use a rubber spatula, or you can use your hand if you like. Now just mix everything together until it's well combined, just like that, guys. Okay, now I'm actually imagining all your faces while you're preparing this. This is very fun, but you know, the most fun part is going to be in the classroom on Sunday. So I can't wait to show you guys how to make challah or challah bread together. And I just can't wait to see your finishing products. It's going to be so much fun. Okay, mix. Okay, it's getting very hard, so I'm gonna use my hands. And then I'm gonna use the machine later as well. So if you're using your hands, make sure you massage and knead a little longer, maybe 10 to 15 minutes, okay? Until the dough comes together nicely and no more sticking to the surface of the mixing bowl. And if you guys using a stand mixer, if you use the hook attachment, okay, you can turn on the low speed, about speed 2, for about 5 to 8 minutes, okay, until it comes together. Occasionally, you guys might need to stop, okay, and just push and punch the dough together, okay, just like that. Push and punch, grab and punch, like that, okay. And if you guys are using the machine, you can just put it on low using the dough hook like this and set the timer for 5 to 8 minutes. occasionally you guys may need to stop the machine and just grab and punch and fill the dough and continue kneading if needed. Okay, look at the dough is dancing. Alright, so next here for the 3 eggs recipe, you guys are doing pretty much the same thing. If you need help, you can just follow me here. So the flour, okay, we have the flour. We have, again, mix in some sugar, a little bit of flour. Sometimes the yeast like flour, okay? You can do this, just to see the differences. And then add in the yeast and mix. And it's fun to do, this as an experiment. And you guys can compare, make a video or take a picture and make it a science experiment, okay? So here, this one with the flour, we'll see what the yeast mixture will look like. Just crack in 3 eggs. And so this time, I'm not going to follow the orders. I'm just gonna mix in the eggs and just whatever. Now add in some oil. And we're gonna mix the eggs and the oil together. And next, add in some salt. Mix. Some sugar, the rest of the sugar. Mix. And then next, yeast. You guys see that? That's the yeast and a little bit of flour. It gets foamy, so that's great. Just mix there. And the flour. Now I noticed that my dough is a little bit wet, so I just add in a little bit more of flour, just like that, until I get nice round dough, easy to mix. I can use my hand to knead and push and punch. Alright, it's still very sticky. So this is the recipe that we use 3 eggs, okay? So the dough is a little sticky, but it's manageable. So don't worry about it. So we are going to proof the dough in a warm spot. First, just add in some oil, maybe olive oil or vegetable oil, just to prevent it from sticking to the bowl. Okay, guys? Okay, here's my sticky dough. This is the 3 eggs. So now you guys can cover with a plastic wrap like this or a damp towel, and we're gonna place this in a warm spot for about an hour, okay? We're gonna let the dough double in its original size. So because I have the oven that I can set the temperature at 85 Fahrenheit, so I'm gonna rest this. I'm gonna proof this for an hour. So here is the dough after an hour of proofing. Here we go. And then now I'd like you guys to just cover the dough and then put it in the refrigerator and bring this dough to class on Sunday morning, okay? And we are going to make the challah bread together in class. I can't wait to see you guys and teach you guys how to make this beautiful bread here. Oh, so much fun, guys. So here, this is the final product. So soft, so yummy. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Looking forward to seeing you guys soon. Bye-bye.